morning, everybody. I'm the Helpful Dad, Dan Nece, and I'm here to help you get prepared for that Supper Love Sunday feast that you're going to have. What we're going to help prepare today is we're going to have a sweet potato and black bean chili, raw zucchini wraps, and for dessert, we're going to have a chocolate avocado pudding, which is just going to set you off and say, this is fantastic. So to get started, we're going to get going here on the sweet potato and black bean chili. Now, the reason we're getting started here in the morning for this part is it goes in the crock pot. You're looking for an 8-hour cook time in your crock pot, so you want to make sure you have plenty of time to have that ready for dinner. So we're going to get started. You're going to need two sweet potatoes. You're going to cube them up. So I'm going to take one. I'm going to cube it up there, folks. Voila, done. There are your cubed sweet potatoes. We're going to put them in there, get it all done. Next, we're going to move on to one sweet onion. Now, a lot of this I prepared ahead of time simply because if I were doing it right now with my knife skills, it wouldn't be Supper Love Sunday, it would be Tasty Time Tuesday. So it would be taking a lot of time to get that stuff done. So we're going to dump in these beautiful small sweet onion. Now we're going to move on to, I did a red bell pepper, chopped up nice there for you. We're going to get in there. Then we're going to take 1 can of organic black beans. You have to drain this because we don't want all that juice. So we'll get that in there, folks. There we go. And let's get all that goodness out of the bottom there. So we have our black beans in. And we're going to take 1 can of organic fire roasted tomatoes. These are fantastic. You could probably eat these right out of the can, and we want to drain this as well. And you're going, what is going on? I tell you, folks, when this is all done, the goodness that comes of it is fantastic. And we're going to take 3 cloves of garlic. You want to get some fresh cloves, mince them up real nice and fine there, and get them in there. Okay, so we'll get that garlic in there. Let's get off that spoon. Come on. I want all that garlic, especially this time of year. Garlic will help bolster that immune system for colds and all that stuff that's going to happen. Now we need to get some liquid in there. So we're going to use a quality veggie broth. We're talking organic if you can find it. Most stores have it now, so we just want to get that in there. So that's all done. But you're like, damn, this is supposed to be chili. How is it going to be chili? Well, here are your spices, okay? What we're going to have here is we're going to have 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of paprika, a half a teaspoon of a quality sea salt. And you want to do a pinch of cayenne. So I'll just give it a little sprinkle. And we are ready to get this stuff going. Now, when you want to have this prepared for when it comes off, you want to have some lime. Get a juice of 1 lime and put it over the top just to finish it off with a little bit of that lime. But also, if you're looking to break the vegan, so you don't want to scare somebody off, cook a nice quality organic chicken breast later on in the day. Make it with salt, pepper, and some of that chili powder. And you can mix it in at the end, or they can mix it into their bowl separately. So there you would have it. So now, I'm going to put this over here into the crock pot. And I forgot to mention, I did pre-spray that crock pot with some veggie oil. In this case, yeah, it was an organic veggie oil. So therefore, it's not going to stick to the sides, and you'll have it ready to go. Get that lid on. Cook time, boom, 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 8 hours. And it's off to the races. Well, not really. It's cooking. It's going to take 8 hours. You just want to check on it from time to time, maybe give it a little stir, but don't mess with it too much. All that stuff will do what it needs to do, and it'll be ready to go. So from there, we're done that part. The next thing we're going to get working on will be the raw zucchini wraps. So we're going to get prepped up and ready for that, and we'll be back in a minute. Hello everybody, welcome back to the Supper Love Sunday preparations. Here we go. I can't tell you how good it smells in here with that sweet potato and black bean chili going on back there in the crock pot. It smells wonderful. So that's just making me a little hungry here. So I'm going to get going here on the appetizers. For our appetizers, we're going to make a raw zucchini wrap. And with what is in this zucchini wrap, so you're going to have a kale pesto, sprouts. You can even use cilantro instead of sprouts if you can't find them or you don't like the sprouts. Some julienne red bell pepper, julienne yellow bell pepper, and some julienne carrots. Now, as I said earlier, my knife skills aren't that great, and julienning basically means, to me, I should have somebody named Julian here doing it, not myself. So, what I did is I just went ahead, cut it up how I normally cut it up. I took the little baby carrots and cut them in quarters. So that's how I julienne in my house. So, let's get going. I have my zucchini, and I need to get them really paper thin here to be able to make a wrap. So it's raw. So I have my mandolin, and I'm going to slice some of this zucchini. And you want to be careful because this is really sharp. If you need to, use this to go with it, and that way you can eliminate the chance of you slicing off your finger. You don't want to do that. That would ruin the dinner. So now I have these beautiful, beautiful, thin slices of zucchini. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this kale pesto. And how I made the pesto is I used some olive oil, some tahini, kale, obviously, basil, some chopped up garlic, put it into a little food processor, chopped it up all nice and fine, came up with a beautiful kale pesto. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit on there. I'm going to take some of my sprouts, put it over top. Take a carrot, piece of yellow pepper. Actually, I'll take 2 of them since they're a little small. A little red pepper. I'm going to fold this over and tuck it. Okay, if you're like me, when you're concentrating like this, sometimes it's easier to just stick out your tongue. Kind of like Michael Jordan. Like that. Roll it up. Take your toothpick. My son wanted me to use a green top because he said, "Ah, green, healthy." There you go, helpful that. So we're using green toothpicks. There you go. You got a raw zucchini wrap. Ready to go. I'll make one more. So we're going to plate 2 of these. So again, thinly sliced zucchini. A little kale pesto on there. I gotta tell you, this kale pesto came out really good. There's your sprouts. A piece of carrot, piece of red pepper, and a piece of yellow pepper. Okay, we'll fold it over and we'll roll. You know what, let's use an orange one here. You know, we have a little bit of orange in this. There you go, number 2. There's your appetizer. Raw zucchini wrap for 2. You know, one might be having a glass of wine, one might be having a martini, but there you go. Raw zucchini wraps are ready to go. We'll be right back and we're going to make that wonderful chocolate avocado pudding. Thank you and stay tuned. And now for the time you've all been waiting for, the chocolate avocado pudding. Yummy. I can't wait to show you this one. So here we go. We got your avocado. Now remember, if you don't know how to pick these out when they're ripe, a little stem right there. You pluck it off. It's nice and clear like that. You're ready to go. See that right there? If it's dark, that means inside's all mushy and dark and ugly and you don't want it. And by squeezing it, if it's really hard as a rock, and you can throw it through your wall, it's not going to be good for this. So I'm going to take a big sharp knife, put it in there, and cut it around. You twist it off. There you go. Look how beautiful that is. You got your seed in there. Take your knife, turn it, done. It pops right out. And take a small paring knife. You want to cut it like this. Now you want to be careful because the skin of the avocado is extremely thin. So if you cut through it and cut your hand, it's not something you want to do. So we're looking for chocolate avocado pudding. We'll save the blood pudding for another night. Now, I forgot to get a spoon. Let me get a spoon out. A spoon. I'm going to take this now. Easily pop all those little avocado nuggets of goodness out of there. Boom, done. The avocado part's done. Now I'm going to take a quarter cup organic raw cacao. We're going to put that in there. That's your chocolate. You might be thinking, well, Dan, why don't you just use, one of milk chocolate brands or stuff like that? So that's not healthy. It's sugar, it's, milk, it's got all that stuff in it. This raw organic cacao powder, you're talking, it is as good as it gets, and it's got fiber. It usually has about 4 or 5 grams of fiber per serving. It's got protein in it, and it's one of the highest levels of dietary magnesium you can think of for a daily thing. So now we have that in there. We need to use some milk, quarter cup of non-fat milk. See, I don't like the dairy milk, so I'll put in some almond milk in mine. There we have that. And then, this is where it gets tricky. You want 1/3 of a cup of raw organic agave. I'm not good enough to eye this up like those guys on TV, so I use a measuring cup. Pour it right in. Now, as you blend this up, you want to taste it. It might be a little bitter from the chocolate. If that's the case, throw in a little bit more of that raw organic agave, and it tastes fantastic. So after you blend it up and it looks all good, boom, throw a strawberry half on top, and you have that all ready to go. Now, if you're looking at this dinner and trying to think of, what should I have to drink with this? Well, you can have water if you want to keep it really healthy, but if you're looking to have a drink while you're doing it, do 2 things. It is chilly, so, if you want to try something, I like locally from Westchester, Pennsylvania, Boxcar Brewing Company's Brown Ale. I love this. It pairs perfectly with chili, and it's great. But if you're a wine drinker, again locally here, you can take Penns Woods Winery's Cabernet 2005. And this is a robust, full-bodied red, and it was the 2012 Red Wine of the Year, gold medalist in the state of Pennsylvania. And that just shows you the quality of wines coming out of Penns Woods Wineries. Now, if you're looking for, a lighter red, you go with the Bancroft Field Blend Red. So this is a lighter red, and that's a perfect way to do it. So there's 2 pairings for you to try it out. There's your chocolate avocado pudding. You got the sweet potato chili back there, and you have the raw zucchini wraps ready to rock and roll for your wonderful supper love Sunday. With that, I want to say thank you. Have a great time getting this stuff ready, and we'll see you for dinner. Thank you. Have a good day.